We're going to be making our own bread, we hope, inshallah, from now on. So this is warm water, yeast, and sugar.
Here we have the wholemeal like flour, and then we're just separating the flour from those here, from the oats. Sure that's what it is, because we're going to need it to roll that bread on it. So you'll find out the secret why we're separating this at the end. Salt is upon taste, yeah? And then a little sprinkle of sugar to give it that brown crispy look. Foamy like that, that means the yeast is being activated. And it's time to put a little hole in here for our yeast and water in, like so. And we need to get those fingers working now.
He's been adding warm water throughout and
until you get this consistency. Not too hard and not too wet, you know, just in between, you know, like slime.
so you can do this step by hand or get it in your machine and knead your bread.
We're thankful for this because a lot of people are actually struggling to knead that, you know, because it takes up to about like 15 minutes. A tip is to wet your hands before you're trying to pull this out, because it will just stick to your hands if you don't do that, and then it comes out quite easily. So you see, guys, that's how it needs to look like. Nice and smooth, and you can work with it, you know. It becomes a bit stretchy.
So next you're gonna cover it and then put it in your oven that's not on, and it needs to double in size. So here is it double in size, and then we're gonna move it into this pan.
First, before we move it to the pan, that's why we kept this goodness here. We're going to get this, and we're going to sprinkle it all over the bottom. Half of it, and keep the half for the top. Round. Then, guys, we're going to make a little hole in here for it to breathe. Very bad. Hiya. You're gonna tuck it away again.
The last step.
Tucked away. Another 15 minutes.
So when it's been sitting for about 15 minutes, preheat your oven and stick it in there. And here it is, nice and crispy. We're gonna do a taste test.
Wow.
Wow.
That's looking good.
It's thick.
That is yummy.
This slice, we're doing olive oil and honey.
Yes. Happy bread.
Tastes like breakfast in Morocco.